Everton 2, Arsenal 1, an absolutely terrible result. Terrible result from Arsenal. We leave from Old Trafford and Goodison Park the two-game away trip with 0 points out of 6, and that is not good enough. I don't care how you look at it, how you spin the picture, how you look at the stats, the team lineups, anything. It's not good enough result. First, I want to say thanks to everyone that tuned into the watch along. It was a bit of a rocky start because it was my first time doing it, but it picked up towards the end and it went hopefully fairly smoothly towards the middle of it. Got a couple of goals in reaction to that. But boy, man, a lot to talk about. As always, leaving the thoughts in the comments down below as an Arsenal fan, Everton fan, or football fan in general, what you thought of the game. And if you're new, if you enjoy Arsenal football related content, please consider subscribing on my road to 700. Now, the game started, let's be honest, it was a bit poor from both sides. It was two sides that had lost their previous game and it showed. Both sides lacked a lot of confidence. We just could not get on the ball whatsoever. Our midfielders, Partey and Xhaka, they were just passengers at time, passing the ball sideways, leftwards. Xhaka, he was starting, but for me, it didn't feel like it. I barely remembered mentioning his name, to be fair. Did not do well at all in this football match. If anything, the main player for us was Martin Odegaard. He did the most he could in the whole team. He was on making stuff happen from defence to attack, transitioning, and ahead of him was where there was a bit of problems. But our players, we had 64 ball possession today. We didn't create enough chances with it. It's the bottom line. But for a game that didn't really have much to it, Everton got the first goal from it, and it was offside, one of many offside goals for them. And it came from Richarlison, whipped in, and Townsend whipped in, and Richarlison got ahead. It was a great header, actually, but it was ruled offside, correctly ruled offside. But I said that needs to give us a kick up the arse because we performed terribly before that. And we do score right before half time. I'm not going to say I saw it coming, but it came nevertheless. Ball finds his way out to Tierney. I was just good link-up play before. Tierney takes on the defender, cuts it across the box. Who's arriving on the scene? Odegaard from the edge of the box. Side foots it, clean finish as well because both feet are off the ground when he finishes this. Comes off his shin into the corner. That's 1-0. Scoring before half-time, the best time to score in football. Changed the whole team, so changed the whole dynamic of how both teams approached the second half. And we got it. Went 1-0 up, and I'm thinking we need to build from this. Come out for the second half. And to be fair, we do attack them a bit. For about a 10-minute spell, and then it's back to defending again. Everton grew in the game, decided to get more aggressive. They scored again. Richarlison offside this time. Thankfully, again, VAR pulled out an offside, helped us twice. And it was offside, to be fair. Richarlison, it was a sliver. It wasn't as wide apart. It wasn't as obvious as his first goal, but it was offside. But then they do eventually score Everton, a cork of a strike. Cannons off the crossbar, and Richarlison's on the scene to head it back in. A rebound goal, 1-1. At that point, you're thinking, rah, all this time defending, a 1-0 lead, and then they do score. Now we need to go back onto the attack, and we go back into the attack and almost have an instant reply. The ball's whipped in from Saka. What a cross. Nketiah on the scene from about 3 yards out, misses. It's miss of the season. There's no way to paint it. It's arguably worse than Aubameyang's one the other week against Newcastle. In front of the goal, just heads it onto the post, then rebounds it off as well. Like, when your luck's not in, your luck's not in. It's from a striker, Nketiah, as well. Absolutely misses the mark by a country mile. Terrible from him. And then what happens? As you can predict, Everton go back the other end and score, and it's a wonder strike from Demarai Gray. I've always rated him. I rate wingers in general, and what a goal, man. Collects the ball, cuts inside. Tomiyasu lets him in too easily on his right foot. Ben White was basically a mannequin, did nothing to stop it. He just unloads an absolute rocket. I think he knuckleballed it a bit as well. Ramsdale didn't even dive. There was no way he was getting to it. Off the post and in. It's a wonder strike to send Everton and Mozart into limbs. And to be fair, Everton, they deserved the goal because they were a better team than us today, I believe. I know they had more shots. I feel like when the chance they were more clinical. But saying that, we had a chance right at the end. The ball finds its way to Odegaard, to Nketiah, who then plays through Aubameyang. And Aubameyang just side foots it wide. It's a good chance for Aubameyang. But do I need to stop saying good chance for Aubameyang? Because Aubameyang's not really doing much. A good chance for him is, what is it at the end of the day? He's just not proving himself right now. Either way, he misses, and then we lose the game 2-1, back-to-back losses. But there's one thing I want to talk about towards the start of the game, which was a red card incident when Godfrey, I believe, absolutely stamped on Tomiyasu's face. He's actually got scars after. He's looking like Scarface out here. For me, it has to be a red. It's a nailed-on red card. I don't know what the referee was doing. I don't know what VAR was doing. Accidental or not, it's dangerous play. He's stamped on his face. Stuff like that's not allowed in UFC, not allowed in rugby. So why should it be allowed in football? Don't know what was going on there. Godfrey actually got a yellow card when he did a similar foul. And they were targeting Saka the whole game. The lot of them, Alan, Doucouré, Godfrey, fouling Saka left, right, centre. Like, it was rough. I feel like they got lucky to get away with not getting a red card this game. But yeah, we do take the loss. In terms of player ratings, Aaron Ramsdale in goal, I'll give him a 5. Didn't really have much to do. I feel like he couldn't do much on the Demarai Gray goal. I think Richarlison goal, he got looped over from a rebound header. It's unfortunate. Maybe if he stayed on his line, he would have stopped it. But then what can he do? He was on the floor trying to save the ball from before. Tomiyasu went through the walls a bit today. Was alright today. I'll give him a 6. He won every header that went his way. Can't really complain much about that. I will penalise him for letting Demarai Gray come in, cutting too easily onto his right foot. But other than that, he was fine. Ben White as well made a couple of good blocks. So I'll give him a 6. Also let Demarai Gray too easy on his right foot. But that was my only really downfall from him. Gabriel next to him wasn't amazing. I'll give him a 5. He actually dived on the floor a couple of times as well. Wasn't Gabriel's best game. He was commanding at times, but just didn't see him really assert himself defensively like I've seen him do before. I thought it was more Gabriel making the game-saving blocks and stuff. Left back Kieran Tierney got the assist, came off after 60 minutes. Good performance overall from him. I'll give him a 6. He was missing that slight edge, that 5th gear. But other than that, decent from him. Midfield, Partey. Poor again, man. 4 from Partey. His touch is letting him down. I feel like, I said in the watch line, I feel like he's scared of getting injured again, so he's not going full pelt. Because there's certain times when I feel like he's just being a bit too cautious. And his touch is letting him down. He's performing like a youngster when he's a seasoned professional. He shouldn't be performing like that. Xhaka next to him, I forgot he was playing at times. I completely forgot Xhaka was playing. I'll give him also a 4. Didn't do much at all. He's not a runner from midfield. He's more of a passer, and he was covering Tierney at left back because Tierney was bombing up the pitch. Odegaard was our best player for me. I'll give him an 8. Odegaard played really well. A couple of neat turns, nice passes. Got a goal, of course. Great from Odegaard. Saka went through the walls. I'll give Saka a 7. You know what? Because that cross to Nketiah deserved to be a goal. Other than that, he kept being a threat and was kicked all over the park. Martinelli on the other side, I'll give him a 6. He tried, Martinelli. Didn't really have that end product. Didn't really do anything amazing. But when he got on the ball, he tried. Odegaard put through a wonder ball to him earlier in the game. He couldn't quite get round Pickford and score. Only managed to get round the keeper. And Lacazette up front was a point of attack, but didn't really have many chances. And he's that striker where he's not fast, so you can't really play him in behind. So I'll give Lacazette a 6. Subs-wise, Nuno Tavares came on. He did a job, to be fair. I'll give him a 5. Nothing really special from Nuno Tavares. Nketiah gets a 2 for missing an absolute open goal. Other than that, did nothing. Actually, I'll give him a 3 because he did a nice dummy to Aubameyang. Aubameyang also gets a 3 for missing another chance. The striker situation is looking grim at Arsenal Football Club. We cannot seem to get a striker that's going to put the ball in the back of the net. It's urgent that we get one ASAP. But yeah, overall, disappointing defeat for Arsenal. 2-1 loss against Everton. It's back-to-back losses and a good start to the season. Well, apparently what I thought was a good start to the season. 6 losses now. It's not good, let's be real. 7 wins, 6 losses. Not good enough. We're not only losing to teams miles better than us, we're losing to teams worse than us now. It's not a good sign. We need to fix up massively going into our next game, which I believe is against Southampton on the weekend. So we've got a week to rest. But yeah, as always, leave your thoughts, comments down below. Leave your thoughts, comments down below as an Arsenal fan, Everton fan, or football fan in general. Tough result to lose. But we move. We go on to the next game. I'll catch you guys in the next video.